Hi there, it's Mathea Ford with Renal Diet HQ, and today I'm here with Natalia Karpenko we're going to talk today a little bit about RenalMate. As you may remember, I am an advisory board member with RenalMate, and Natalia is the CEO and creator, and she's like the inspiration behind a lot of things. She's always coming up with great ideas. And why don't you tell us how you came up with RenalMate?
Oh, thanks.
And what it is. Yeah,
so hi to everyone. So today we at the ISN, American Society of Nephrology event.
In Washington?
In Washington D.C. It's Kidney Week 2019. It's an opening day, so it's really great to be here with Mathea Ford. And thank you, Mathea, for this question.
Yeah.
I just really think it's so important to know why people have that passion for renal space and for nephrology. So myself, I'm a former kidney patient, and besides this, I also work in building technology and innovations for corporate wellness. So I saw from the professional side that many people in the United States were dealing with their chronic illness and overstressed, knew so little about their diet. And when you go to renal disease and you go to nephrology, you realize that is exponentially higher in terms of amount of adherence and amount of comprehensive compliance patients have to have. But sometimes the education is not there, or at least education that would be fully understood by patients, as well as a necessary support that would allow patients to feel empowered, to start learning, to feel empowered to know that they can change or they can improve their quality of life. So this is why I was very passionate from my personal path, looking at that and saying, when I was a child and dealing with my kidney condition, what could be done better? And I certainly knew that it could be done better ways, that my family would receive better education, how we can work on better ways improving quality of the diet, improving quality of vitals management. And luckily, with the technology, these days there are so many ways how we can improve quality of vitals management, where the medical team could be on board knowing what's happening to patients, where the remote monitoring well designed, that on one side patients able to manage their weight and blood pressure, but also medical team could be informed if there are any abnormality happening to patients. So there are a lot of value bringing passion, science-based approach, expertise and technology together to really creating something innovative but valuable for patients.
Yeah, I think it's what you mentioned. The kidney disease is really a hard diet to follow, but it's got so many other layers that we don't even realize. You know, there's the family dynamic, there's the diet, there's all the medications. Everything changes with kidney disease, and putting that all together can be hard. So we're here at ASN this week because we have a program called LEP, and I can't remember, what does it stand for?
Life Enhancement program for kidney patients.
It's like a coaching program for kidney patients, and we've done it a couple times, and we're presenting to the nephrology conference about the outcomes and stuff. But what this is RenalMate is an app, and it works. We're working on building it to make it so it's helpful to people who have kidney disease regardless of the stage, and try to focus on the different areas of kidney disease. So if you're CKD3 or CKD4, before you get on dialysis, then it helps you to understand what is important at that phase, because as your phase goes along, as you go along, different things become more important. You may have different medications, you may change. You're looking at your labs, you may have to have surgical procedures done, so all those things. So you had the passion because you were a kidney patient, and then you love technology. And so Natalia's out in San Francisco, and she's around all the technology stuff, so I guess that's why you decided to do an app.
That's kind of easy, right?
Yeah.
Right. So my first degree was computer science.
Okay.
And then I continued with corporate development, and I was always fascinated. How can technology and innovations really address those necessary gaps that preventing high adoption or really delivering the value? So what I see, what is really important, building LOP, we took in consideration that it's a patient-centric approach. It's also patient involved in design. So we are not only working with patients who are participating in the program, but patients involved in every step, designing the program, approving modules, working with us on the curriculum, working with us on the content. And guys, tell you truth, the biggest part what I see with some renal education, very often, you have to have level of PhD level education to really understand and read all the literature. And we see that our patients, they want to have more pleasant experience interacting with education, interacting with the coaches, and want to have more positive attitude toward their life instead of going back to school. So we're taking a bit different approach.
Yeah.
And that's why it was such a great pleasure working with Mathea Ford and her experience, because she been author of 15 books on renal dietitian, on renal diet, on various ways of managing SRD life, and you know, that has been very valuable to work with someone so close who will understand how to convey the message and how to bring necessary content in the proper ways that patients can understand and willing to take more time eventually to learn more about it. But it could be broken into smaller pieces, and to make sure that we remember what is potassium, what is phosphorus, how much of this I can take in my lunch meal or in my dinner meal. So that is very important that engagement with Renal HQ has been excellent, and we're looking forward for the further collaboration.
Yeah, well, and what I love about it is that there's so much more potential to talk to people when you're using an app that somebody can have on their phone. A lot of people have smartphones. A lot of people have the ability to get this information, and we can target it at a level where you can understand it. And what I always forget sometimes is that I could give you all the information. I could overload you with tons of information about changing your diet, but really, what are you wanting to do right now? What do you think is most important? What are you most worried about? What is your lab that is the most worrisome? So giving you that access to that information about and making some goals around that, which is what the LEP program was, is making some goals. So what is it that you want to change? What do you want to have at the end? And then what type of goals do you want to have that will bring you the results that you desire? Because your doctor can want for you to lose 50 pounds, and maybe you want to have you want to live longer to be there with your grandchildren. Honestly, both of those are probably getting you to the same place. But if you want to do it because you want to do it for your grandchildren and stuff, we want to find ways to help you meet that goal and have that why, that deeper why, what you want to do it. But I'm so excited to be here, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes and let you guys meet Natalia, because I think she's brilliant, and she really has, she loves collaborating. And so anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.